We're going in by foot because we're calling the shuttle home. Oh, ow, that hurts. Jeez Louise. So last time we were trying to land on the sun station, it did not go so well, but we will continue to expand our rumor map and hopefully get more pieces for the giant puzzle that is this game. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our ship, take a look at the map. And what have we looked at already? So there's a few things that we haven't really touched upon, and I think the thing that kind of caught my attention the most is this thing called the interloper. I don't know too much about this, but I've seen it kind of sail around all wildly, so I figured let's go ahead and take a look at it now that we have a little bit of a better, I guess, control over our ship, and hopefully learn a little bit more about it. So we're going to head out to the interloper to the best of our ability. So let's go ahead and take off. We now know how to roll, because rolling is great, because it lets us orient ourselves in whatever manner needed. And we're going to head out. What is this? Oh, the Atoll Rock. You know, that's something, that's the moon for our Hearth location, right? We haven't really taken a look at that either, but I guess that's an easier one to look at. I think it's the Dark Bramble. And if we take a look at the map just to see where we're at, there's Giant Steep. Here's the interloper. So I'm going to go ahead and lock onto this. And it's not that far away. So let's go ahead and try to match velocity. We're going to get closer, 22 kilometers. We're going to engage the autopilot and try to catch up to this thing. I feel like this thing is moving a lot faster than all of the other celestial bodies around the sun. So this is probably the most challenging one I would imagine for us to catch. And I do see that really, really bright looking star up there as it drifts to the north there, and it makes me think it's a supernova of some kind. Kind of looks like an eyeball of some kind, like it's been ripped out of some kind of eye socket. I would imagine we're gonna land on that crusty part on the left side there. So let's go ahead and change direction, and we are, I guess we can take a look at the signal scope. Nope, nothing out here. So let's just land anywhere. Oh my gosh, we're actually here. I suppose I should probably take a gander around to see if there's anything notable. I think I saw something a little to the north away from what I'm going to call the tail. It looks like it's made of ice. Is there anything else on this thing? Oh, is that the sun? Oh my god, how are we so close to the sun? Is it gonna go through the sun? Oh my goodness. Oh wow, it got so close to the sun station. Wow, why is it so close to the sun? It looks like it's facing the sun too. This is such an odd... They're the Ash Twins. This is such an odd celestial body. I had no idea I'd be passing that close. That almost makes me think if I catch this, I might ride it towards the sun station, because look how close it got. That is nuts. Well, let's try to land anywhere. It doesn't really matter at this point. It looks like a frozen shooting star in motion. So I'm going to approach it, switch to landing mode. And, oh my goodness. Come on, just anywhere, anywhere. Are we just going to bounce right off of this thing? Oh, please. Okay, I'm using downward thrusters to try and stay still on it. And oh my gosh, did we land? Did we land? I am on the interloper. I am very nervous to jump, because I bet I would fly right off because this thing moves so quickly, right? So there's the sun. My goodness, what do you even do here? Okay, I guess I will do small little boosts, but is it just straight ice? Oh, we're sliding. It is ice. That's nuts. That is nuts. I am sliding. I'm not even giving much input at all. You just sort of tiny movement and slide. Wow, you really do slide around. This is nuts. I didn't see anything of interest on the interloper, like when we were flying around the tail and stuff like that. So I'm actually making my way to what I think is the tail, and I'll just bump into things, and maybe we'll see something of note. But I'm ice skating. I'm super ice skating, my goodness. Never did I think I'd be ice skating on a shooting star. They're going to go through all the peaks out here. So I assume we're on the tail right now. Oh, look at this. Well, well. We found something on the tail. Wow, what is this? Clary. This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Well, even if it did, couldn't someone call it back home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin? Oh, are we attached to the gravity cannon? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Well, suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. Well, this would be wise, I think, Clary. If you don't mind waiting here with it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface. So, did Clary stay inside of this ship? And therefore, when we go up there, we'll find a frozen Namai? That would be wild. I'm curious if there's a safe way up there. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a boost here. I don't know if there's a way in. Something tells me no. It's probably frozen solid, right? And they landed on the dark side of the comet, the tail of the comet. But I guess maybe we might find her buddies somewhere else. It's not a very large comet, so I would imagine that we'd be able to find something else. Well, we're at our ship. Man, that is wild. That is wild. Makes me want to fly around a little more, but I have to admit, it's a little hard to stay close to the comet when I'm in the shuttle, as opposed to walking around. But it seems to be maybe more efficient. So I'm just going to do a small lift off. Lock on. Match velocity, and try to hug the comet as best I can. So we're going to take a look at the dark side right by the tail, see if we can't spot the ship. It's pretty well hidden amongst the tail as I rotate around it. Maybe that's kind of the whole point, right? You would go on foot and have to find it there. We caught a glimpse of it there for just a flash. What we could do is land, take a look at the rumors, and then maybe it'll say you need to explore some more or something like that. Because we should have something out here now, right? Frozen, Namai, shuttle, and gravity cannon. So what do we got? I found a Namai shuttle almost completely encased in ice. There were 3 Namai aboard the shuttle. One of them stayed behind to keep the shuttle warm, while the other 2 explored the interloper. There is more to explore here, so I guess that answers that. The Namai shuttle that is frozen on the interloper can be called home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin. Now, I guess I didn't personally know that there was a gravity cannon on Ember Twin. Ember Twin is the opposite of Ash Twin, right? So this is Ember Twin right here. It says Escape Pod 2, one of the 3 Namai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel. Oh, what if that's actually one of the escape pods that's on the interloper? The interloper does pass pretty close, so that is very possible that it landed there and then ended up very far away. Oh, okay, so since we found this shuttle, now there's an entry for the gravity cannon on Ember Twin, right? Can be called home. The Namai shuttle that is frozen on the interloper can be called home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin. Already finding some pretty cool stuff. So, awesome, awesome. I like how we find something on the interloper, and it adds a note to the Ember Twin just because it's related. So, let's go ahead and take off. And what's this close by, right? I mean, that's gotta be something. And I remember in the museum it mentioned that whenever you see something that looks like an overly bright star, it's probably a supernova of some kind, and it really makes me think that it is. Outer Wild Ventures, nothing. Ooh, what is that? That looks like a structure. And retro. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, so we impacted with something. What is this? Wow, look at that. Can I dock with this? This looks like another frozen shuttle of some kind. Although not just a shuttle, like a station. So I'm going to try to get right into this. I don't know, like hollowed out egg of some kind. And we will try to dock with it. So I'm going to go away and come back in. Oops. Away. And come back in. And dock right with it. I think I'm not actually docked with it, so maybe I need to find another location, because I really don't want to have the shuttle fly away when I go on foot, right? Is there anything else close by? No, this looks pretty fragmented. How about in the shell here, like with all the spikes? Like, can I dock? Oh no, what happened? Your reactor is damaged. Port hull is damaged. Okay, well, all right, let's try to repair that. Let's try to repair that. Oh boy. Okay, so where is the reactor? Oh boy! Oh my god. Ship hull breach detected. Wow, that exploded in my face. Holy moly. Wow. I'm not too sure how to repair that. I wonder if you have to repair that from the inside or if it can be repaired at all. You make a really bad contact, and I guess that's what happens. I don't know what celestial entity that was. We found it from off the interloper, right? Let's head to the Dark Bramble, and maybe we'll find it on the way. Who knows? In the future, maybe we'll find something. But that definitely looked like something where you would want to go inside. It's just I'm not too sure where to park the shuttle in order not to lose the shuttle. Or maybe it's like a one-way trip where you ditch the shuttle, go inside, and then you die. But you get some critical information, you know what I mean? So let's not be afraid of exploring. And maybe we can get there the next time. So let's go in and take a look. Well, actually, there is also the Addle Rock close by. So here's the Addle Rock. Wow. You know what kind of reminds me of? Like those geodes where you would have like a crack. It looks like a crack in the rock, and then inside are a bunch of different gems or diamonds or something like that. Here, we'll just land here. I think I see something. All right, let's pop out. I think I see another ship or something like that. All right, where are we at? So I'm guessing these are ice sculptures of some kind. And man, it is so dark. I swear one of these look like man-made. Oh, look at this. Excellent. Is that a tape? Oh, it's Chert. Chert's research notes. Property of Chert. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit the Addle Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system? I mean, good question. Refuel your jetpack. Oh, nice! We've got all kinds of supplies out here. Okay, well, what if I go on the opposite side outside of this crater and land up here? There we go. Yeah, see, we're very close to the timber hearth. And there's some kind of, maybe like a mining platform or something like this. Yup. And down. Perfect. What do we got? Esker's signal scope log. Day 48. I'm still not picking up Reebok's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51. I listened to Chert play for a while today. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gossin their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Reebok's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It was probably nothing. Day 70. No, it's back again today too. Something strange is coming from Timber Hearth. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timber Hearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. Day 88. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken? I'd better talk to Nice. This is odd. So if I equip my signal scope, I'm guessing I'm going to pick up something. So this is Reebok's banjo, right? So if we zoom in, I'm guessing this is Nice, actually, not Reebok's banjo. Oh, this is Feldspur's harmonica. Huh. Anything else? This is Giant Steep. It's kind of interesting that the person that was here, did they not have a... Is this like an observation station? Do they have a way to go home? Do they have a spaceship here somewhere? Because it's kind of strange. I feel like that's Reebok. I feel like I remember the whistling. Well, there's trees here. Oh, look at that. Oh, excellent. Never mind, it's this person. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Well, don't the other travelers come by? The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro's Gabbro, and you know how Reebok feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? I don't know, seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with ground control, Hornfels and Gossin mostly. And they radio up to chat now and then. And when ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. They forgot about you? I mean, I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travelers, since I'm always in one place. And it's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone in our village. This is strange. He's got trees in this one part on the Addle Rock, and he's able to breathe here without a helmet or a spacesuit or anything like that. So I wonder what the deal is with the Addle Rock. Was that you whistling? Probably, or actually definitely. The other travelers carry instruments so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with a signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. The North Pole is marked in red on your mini-map, but the Addle Rock's a pretty small moon, really. Just go north. You can't miss it. Nice to know that it's marked red on the mini-map, so north is red. I was wondering that the last time and I didn't get an answer to that, so that's awesome. What is this place? Very funny. Oh, stars above. You're serious, aren't you? Well, that's just depressing. Wow, really? Well, welcome to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology's improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Using the outpost cut down on the number of launches and landings taking place in the village and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here raising saplings from Timberhearth and keeping an eye on things. Well, I guess that answers the question. He's the one who brought the saplings and trees. And I guess that is it. I'll talk to you later. That's Esker. Ship log updated. I'm glad. Let's go inside of his house and snoop around. Find out if he has anything extra valuable. Oh, I don't want to let us? Okay, refuel the jetpack. Excellent. All right, Esker, I'll talk to you later. There is the signal scope, though. And it's specifically him. Okay. So this is red on that globe on the left side. So this is the North Pole. Gotcha. This is the North Pole. Man, that is super helpful. I wouldn't have known that it was red is north if it weren't for Esker. So good for him. And good for us. All right, let's go in and land. We'll get refueled. Medkit. And we will actually stop by the rumor log. See what we got. Lunar Lookout. Harmonica signal. Esker's camp. And since they're grayed out, I wonder if that means that we've already explored everything about it, right? Esker is growing a crop of trees at their camp. They seem to be doing okay, but they've probably been alone on the moon for far too long. A lookout platform with a spectacular view of the solar system. Esker uses their signal scope here to keep tabs on the other travelers. And Esker's signal scope log reports harmonica music coming from somewhere on Timberhearth. They claim it sounds just like Feldspar's harmonica, but Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. Maybe let's find Feldspar. So we can get into our ship. We can go towards Timberhearth, but we saw it like somewhere in the mountains, right? Maybe he landed and he's stranded or something like that. Maybe we can help him out. So let's go ahead and lock, match, and we're looking for a harmonica right here. Okay, let's go ahead and approach. Slowly now. Oh, you know what? There might be an entrance here with that ice-looking cave thing right here, right? And why is there smoke? Is someone starting a giant fire? This right here, look at this. Here, let's go in and line up. Slower descent. And maybe this is where Feldspar is, right? Just nobody's ever gone here. All right, let's go. Nice. They actually had a landing platform. Oh my God. What? It's like a water rise, not a waterfall. Mining site 2 beta. Oh, nice. All right, so we're opening a door. Maybe Feldspar's stuck inside, you know? Holy moly. So we're on the Timberhearth. More into my bones. That looks like some kind of launching cannon. Look at that. Oh, the music's really pretty. Oh boy. Can I fly here? Oh, I'm getting pushed down. Oh, I'm getting pushed down. But now that I'm down here, it isn't so bad. Wild. What is going on here? There are all these, like, holes of some kind. What in the world? You know what these look like? In Indiana Jones, you'd always, I don't know, get the treasure and these giant boulders would roll after you. This is what this reminds me of. Like, we're going to do something and those boulders are just going to fly out of those 3 holes like some kind of giant bowling ball. And how do you get in there? Is there a break in the ring somewhere that I can hop through? Odd. Maybe I can slip through. Am I narrow enough? No. What if I make contact with this blue thing? Oxygen tank is refilled. Come on. Come on. Oh, we are being... Oh, I'm going the opposite direction. Oh, no, I'm going up now. What in the world? Here, boost the rest of the way. Oh, no. What's happening? Interesting. Well, it brought me to the mining site in 2 beta. Right, these are... Well, I feel like, at least in the museum, these were kind of pottery or labeled as pottery of some kind. Like vases. Or... Oh no. I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Psychhead. Well, isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. No, the material for those towers is all being taken from Ash Twin. The ore we are mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal off the chamber inside Ash Twin's core. If they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they planned accordingly. I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Calais. How else would he improve? What? Accordingly? I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timberhearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we will not have destroyed their ability to create. It's so wild to listen to conversations from other beings that already far surpass our own capabilities with technology, and then to hear their, I guess, opinions about us before we've even existed, right? So that's kind of neat. So they were using this ore in order to create a shell on one of the twins. And we have a projection stone. Oh, there you go. See, that is the marker that indicates the Ember Twin and the Ash Twin, right? So the Ash Twin project. And then we just need to go ahead and slot it in here. We should be able to see something, right? Be inside the projection. So what are we seeing? This... It's almost like this should be lit up. That should be lit up. Maybe each of these represents another celestial body. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the lights are rotating like clockwise. I thought maybe they were pointing in a certain direction. And so maybe we use this as a way to determine if we've like activated each of the celestial bodies, and then these will be lit up and that'll be lit up, etc. And I'm not too sure if the projection stone is like another point in time, or if this is just another, like we have consciousness in another plane or something like that, because that would be a big difference. Well, that's interesting. Not too sure what to make about it. And my god, that goes way down. Are there any other items we can pick up? I mean, there's a symbol. I don't know what the symbols mean. I guess we can read about the Ash Twin projection stone, right? Because this is where you take a look at conversations. Nice. Yarrow. My gratitude for the latest shipment. Oh no. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we will check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Raimi and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks, our final safety check. Well, this is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I would be delighted to help. We'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw or opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. Oh my god, what are they sealing in there? Like nuclear power or something like that? Is the thing's gonna explode? Maybe that's what's causing all the supernova issues or something? Well, it looks like we got a bit of a dead end here on this level. I don't know what these symbols mean. Maybe they're arrows guiding to something else. Let's try to land on one of these lit platforms below. And I think we took this... Yeah, we took this down and we fell down, actually. Okay, perfect. Well, let's head back to the ship, and then we'll take a look to see if it tells us if there's anything more to explore out here, right? So we're just going to float very gently down below. And we'll stop, arrest our fall with our face. That seems to be a pretty regular occurrence for me. I arrest the fall with my face. Are there any other entrances, or is that the only one? On the opposite side, I do see another path out here, so let's go and take a look at that. Because remember, we were trying to follow Feldspur's harmonica, and we can also use the signal scope again, but I am curious what is out here. Wow. Wow. In the distance, I feel like I see something out there. Like that's a gap and that's a sky or something, but I'm not entirely sure. And I think the water is going down. And I don't know if I want to. It doesn't look safe. I mean, it's very pretty. Let's pull out the signal scope. Where's the harmonica coming from? We should be really close to the harmonica. I love this music. Oh. Oh. Here. 343 meters. So I guess I have to go down. I mean, it's a one-way trip, but I don't care. We're in a time loop, right? So Come on, slower descent. There we go. Where are we at? Where are we at? Down below, right? Not it. Where are you, Feldspar? Or are you even Feldspar? Esker. Interesting that each of the signal scopes will actually give you some kind of identification marker, but in this case there's no identification. Because it kind of seemed like once we're down here, that harmonica signal is even deeper. So I feel like that was a supernova that went off. Is it gonna wipe out the time loop? Am I gonna die? Interesting. So I remember that Jokemeister had mentioned in the comments on one of the videos that he was used to hearing that music quite a lot, and he knew, quote unquote, what it meant. So that makes me think that when you hear that music, you have a limited amount of time before the whole universe gets wiped out. So, interesting. That's good to know. So it's almost a sort of melancholic sort of tune, right? So it's almost like the end is nigh. Well, at least we're back at the ship, and we can take a look at the rumors. It's very interesting that the ship itself maintains whatever the data is between each iteration of the loop. I wonder what makes it different, and I hope that the game will explain that to some regard, right? Maybe some Nemai technology or something. So Nemai Mines, here we go. Ash Twin Project. Ah, there we go. And I love that they're connected with lines, right? So what do we have? The Nemai mined are from this site to craft a protective shell designed to physically seal off the central chamber inside of the Ash Twin. Once the shell was finished, the Nemai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. I mean, what did they do? Did they like blow up and collapse any entrances or something? The central chamber inside the Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. Yeah, that way it doesn't melt in your hands, right? Just like an M&M. Okay, well that didn't tell me too much, but I am still interested in finding out where the harmonica is. So I'm going to go ahead and lift off. We're going to get a little bit of distance, and then we're going to switch on the signal scope. There we go, there we go, there we go. Hang tight, hang tight. 518 meters. So it's past the surface. There's another structure out this way. What is this? It looks like it's an antenna of some kind. Aha! It picked up here. It picked up. Okay, let's go ahead and unbuckle. Let's go ahead and take a look. Be really interesting if we find out about what the Feldspar harmonica... Oh my god, there's a tree in the ship. It'd be really interesting if we find out what happened with the harmonica, and then we can go to the Outer Rock and tell that other guy about it, right? Oh, this is not it. This is very different. Okay, I don't know what this is. Closed due to fire damage. The old radio tower, while an important landmark, is unfortunately closed thanks to the unsanctioned flight testing of an extremely powerful model rocket. While we hope to repair the radio tower in the future, all construction efforts are currently focused on the planned museum expansion at the observatory. Sincerest apologies except to Slate and Micah. I guess we know who might have busted the tower. Hornfels, museum curator. Okay, well, that's good to know. Signal identified radio tower frequency discovered deep space radio. Oh, interesting. We have a new frequency. Does it guide us anywhere? To the radio tower, yes. Well, at least we have another frequency to take a look at. Maybe when we get to different locations, we'll find out that we'll have more of a response, right? Found another camp out here. Charting stars again out by the radio tower. They're so bright out here. I only wish I were able to record them faster. Admittedly, I could use more patience. I get so engrossed in my work that sunrise becomes an unwelcome deadline, and daylight a grating slog. Someday I'll have to study the mechanics of how time manages to slow to a syrupy crawl whenever I'm anticipating something. In the meantime, I've turned to Gabbro, our resident expert, and leisurely whiling away the hours, who recommends the following. Gabbro's 3 foolproof steps for dozing off. Light a nice cozy campfire and get comfortable. 2. Gaze deeply into the serene warmth. And 3. Let time begin to slip away as you allow the flames to lull you into a peaceful slumber. If Gabbro knew I'd taken notes, they'd probably think I'd finally cracked. But I refuse to accept sass from an astronaut who deliberately burns their marshmallows. I don't know. I mean, like, how badly did they burn them? It's nice to have a little bit of a casing on the outside. Alright, well, let's keep looking for the harmonica. I'm not too sure what to make of this. There's a radio tower as well, so we can always look at that note a little bit later. So we're going to go ahead and pull away. Match the speed. Gosh, there's so much on the timber hearth. Like, look at this. Right there. I wonder if that leads down to the mines. And there we go. Awesome. I don't know why I didn't really think about looking elsewhere on the timber hearth. Okay, well, let's go through the maze here, and it usually leads to something on the around the corner. Here we go. No, looks damaged. And there's another symbol. And just damaged. Interesting. Not too sure what to make about that. Well, there's also this path, which guides us towards... Actually, this looks like where we came out from the mine, and then it guided us downwards, right? Where is the harmonica in relation to me? 283 meters. And if I look at the globe on the left side, I feel like it's 283 meters towards the center of Timber Hearth, because I doubt 300 meters is the extent or the diameter of Timber Hearth in total, right? How would we get back up? So I'm going to try to get back to the ship. All right, signal scope. And we're going to go somewhere to the opposite side of Timber Hearth. Oh, this is getting close. Here. It's here. We found it. I think. All right, slower roll. This does not look like a great place to land, but we are here. And I think we might have found it. Awesome. I don't know what this place is. All right, signal scope. Wow, we are close. It's this. Is that feldspar? Is this a rare flower or something? Hey, guy. Talk to Tektite.
Hey, hatchling. I thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What you still doing here? Oh, me? I saw something crash over the horizon. I didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look.
Do you know what crashed?
I don't know what it is exactly. I look some kind of plant seed. It's not anything I've seen on Timberhearth before. And trust me, I was quite the explorer back in the day. You think it's extraterrestrial? It kind of looks like something that might have come off dark bramble. Whatever it is put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. Think I'll set marl and hell loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set anybody to hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea what's lurking inside there. Chuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening's too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway, I'm not going to blindly stick my hand into anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two.
Dear God, that's horrifying looking. Well, I mean, I have a scout launcher, and you're saying it can go into that? So, all right, let's go ahead and recall and fire. Duplicate signal scout. What in the world? Duplicate signal scout? I wonder if I talk to him if he'll say anything about that.
Blasted seed did a lot of damage when it crashed. I like this crater.
I threw a little scout into the seed.
Oh, you did you? You're telling me it's bigger on the inside than on the outside? Huh. That's gonna be a chore to chop up and no mistake. Can we even remove a seed? Doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Well, maybe I better grab an extra axe or 3, just in case. My signal scope is picking up a harmonica inside the seed. Oh, there you go. Inside the seed? Huh. I don't know what to tell you there. Only harmonica player I know is Feldspar. They disappeared ages ago. Hey, listen here. Don't go telling Niece about the harmonica music, okay? They'll never let me get rid of this darn seed if they suspect it has any musical talent. You're sure this seed isn't from Timber Hearth? Well, back in my younger days, I explored everywhere there is to go on Timber Hearth. I saw everything there is to see, and then some. Trust me, we don't have anything like this. Nah, I reckon this thing's from Dark Bramble if it's from anywhere, Hatchling. There's probably some kind of teleportation inside or something like that. You can go in both sides. Fire. And I can't rotate when I'm in it. Rear view, forward view. Oh, it's continuing to move. Interesting. It's like some kind of wormhole. Oh my god. There's trees inside. We've got to go in there. We have to go in there. I'm going to try to go in. And let's see what we got. Let's go. Oh yeah, he said that it's going to be hard for anyone to fit inside, right? Okay, so we're being punctured so that we can't go in. Okay, fair enough. Man, that sucks. How did Feldspar get in there then? I mean, our spaceship is protected enough, right? I guess let's get into the ship. We'll see what it says about this, and then we can go from there. How about that? We've gone. Let's get any sort of refuel med kit and take a look at the log. Dark Bramble seed inside the seed. A seed from the Dark Bramble crashed here and has already taken root. Tektite wants to use a scout launcher to get a look at what's inside. My signal scope picks up harmonica music when I aim it at the seed. I launch my little scout into the seed, and somehow the seed is much bigger on the inside. When I launch my scout into the seed that crashed on Timber Hearth, it ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. Huh. Interesting. Well, let's see. I mean, at least we have entries now for a lot of the places. Kind of almost all the places. Dark Bramble I haven't been to necessarily, but I mean, I guess the reason why we have anything like that is because of the seed. So I guess let's head to the Dark Bramble. Maybe we'll find out more about the origin, and then we can figure out how to get in there and maybe say Feldspar, right? And I have to wonder too, can we actually really save anybody? Because let's say we get Feldspar out of there, right? The problem is that as soon as we do it, then now what? Because they were in a time loop. So then they'll just get stuck again. Or maybe that's what you have to do in the end of the game is like you break the time loop because you get Feldspar out of there. Okay, so here's the interloper. I didn't plan on going here, but there was that one Namai ship or something or other that I tried to connect with. Oh my god, stop. And I was having trouble landing on it until I exploded. Oh, okay, so we can lock onto something. There we go. And tell you what, let's try to land on this object close to it. Right here. Right here. Until it stabilizes. That actually stabilized. So maybe we can launch from here and still have the shuttle close by. So lights are on. We're driving ourselves into the dirt, and then we want to go to this. So off we go. Wow. Yeah, it looks like something's broken. I'm seeing what looks like electricity or something. Oh my god, that is definitely going to be the supernova, isn't it? Oh boy. Unidentified signal nearby. Trees detected. Oh, look, a conversation. What in the world happened here? Okay, what do we got? Thatch. Bloom, Felix and I have determined this atypical shard of rock
is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. While the only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behavior is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behavior and this grove's are related. Well, that's useful. Well, in a note from earlier, physics mentions this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypothesis, this quantum shard is from the wandering moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself. Oh my god. See, we were trying to find that earlier, and I didn't find it, so kind of neat. Of note, a unique signal is coming from this shard. Curiously, our friend the wandering moon sounds the same. I've also heard the same signal this shard produces calling out from Giant Steep, Timber Hearth, and the Hourglass Twins. Suppose there are other shards like this one. Interesting. Interesting. So if this is a shard, I see another conversation out this way. And definitely more structures. Oh, wow. So we have seen some of these sort of like, I don't know, underground labs or bases or something like that. But I've never been able to go inside. I wonder if this is going to be the first time, right? All right, what do we have? The trees are moving. The trees in this grove wander about freely, like the entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet, and I never see them move. Is that even possible? If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you, record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant, or my brain must be. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There is other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock moving in this same eerie way. I'm guessing it's like the one in the museum that teleports around. That rock is unusual for another reason too, Thatch. It possesses color and texture I've never seen elsewhere on this planet. Hypothesis, this rock's shard's presence is significant. We should study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area? Plume is right. The trees do move. I confess I didn't notice until I read his notes. Interesting. When we arrived, we were able to get oxygen back because the trees were here. So if the trees move, then that means maybe maybe I'll run out of oxygen at the wrong time. I better stay near the tree. I thought I saw more conversations. I know there were stairs here. I don't know if they lead down. Looks like they might. Oh my god, can I actually go inside now? Oh, wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hang tight. Unfortunately, I kind of have to float. I can't really, like, walk at all. Wow, I got inside. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Slow your roll. 50% fuel remaining. Okay, small movement. Does it change direction? I have no idea. We'll have to go in there later, but I want to read these. Maybe it'll say elevator. Come on. What do you say? Entrance to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Wow. The Southern Observatory, south 550 meters. Well, I want to go in the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Now I flip this little switch here. Oh no, that sound probably means we're gonna die, right? Well, wait, I'm in the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Hang on. I wanna take a look-see-loo. You know what's gonna be crazy? If that big giant light is what's gonna explode and I'm at its epicenter right now. You know what I mean? Okay, there, it stopped. It stopped. We turned it off. Come on. I should, you know what? When I arrive, maybe I can see the light. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Right yourself. Here we go. We won't really have much time to read this conversation, will we? Fuel level critical. Don't care. What's it say? Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Come on. If you are making your first pilgrimage to the quantum moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the lots of the knowledge you need for your journey. That is all. Oh my god. Is there more to it? Well, there's another one of these. Oh, I bet I'm at the epicenter. Where is it? I feel like... Is it going to impact me? I mean, it's got to impact me, right? It impacts everything, I think. Although the fact that Shert was able to observe supernovae and he's not dead tells me maybe I can get away with it. No, I am at the supernova. So, wow. So this quantum shard is sort of orbiting around the source of the supernova that ends the world, the universe. Holy moly. So if you want to read what's in the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, you have to go straight to it every single time. All right, well, at least we have some kind of direction. And I know that if I go here, I'm not going to be far whenever I hear that music. There's no escaping it. You're literally at the source. Okay, well, let's head straight there. We just need to find the brightest light possible. Go right there. I guess if we go to the interloper, that'll guide us closer to wherever that supernova is. What do we have here? Quantum shard for the quantum caves, quantum signal, and the quantum signal. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, so fast, just check it quickly. What do we got? A strange rock shard that wanders when no one is watching. The Nemai determined the shard is the reason objects in this grove behave in a quantum manner. The Nemai hypothesized this shard is actually a piece of the quantum moon. This shard emits the same signal as the quantum moon. This tower, located on Brittle Hollow's equator, held useful knowledge for Nemai embarking on their first pilgrimage to the quantum moon. The Nemai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on Giant Steep, and the Nemai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on Timber Hearth. I wonder if it's in the museum. You know what I mean? Because that is a shard of the quantum moon. Interesting. It almost feels insidious in some way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a good thing to have the shard or the rock that moves around in the quantum caves, etc. Well, let's head back. I really want to see the rest of the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Heck, there was even like a South Observatory Point and stuff like that. I don't know if we'll have time to look at that, but that is mighty wild. So we want the interloper. Here it is. And I bet... How do I zoom in again? Like this? I bet that's it right there. This right there. I wish I could mark this. Let's mark the interloper. And we're going to head there. This is wild. I don't know what to think about it. Like, is the supernova and the quantum shard, does it have something related? And if we think about that, like, is the Timber Hearth Museum... Why doesn't that have a supernova, etc., right? And then retro. And retro. There we go. There we go. Okay, hold. Oh, see, that's what I wanted to lock onto in the first place, but I'm curious if that is the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not too sure where you would land to get to that. I mean... I think the last time I talked about this, I said I would just eject and lose the shuttle because I'm going to die anyway and just try to get inside. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's just get closer and I'll try to go into one of those sides. I don't even know if it's going to allow it, right? And hold. And we will just match the speed and exit. Go. All right, so lock here. And we are going to try to get inside here. I mean, it definitely looks like the, what was that, the cannon probe or the probe station or the cannon station or whatever it was called out of Giant Steep. There we go. This looks almost identical. Trees detected, oxygen tank refilled. Oh boy. Nice. And now we are actually walking again. Okay, what is this place? Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Oh. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body. In this case, Brittle Hollow. You must be standing on the warp platform on the floor during this alignment to be warped. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. So this takes us to Brittle Hollow specifically, huh? And we've got an Ember Twin Projection Stone. Gosh, there's so much about this Ash Twin project, right? And where can I insert this? Oh, here? Ember Twin Projection Stone. Odd. You would... I guess it... Why would you put that there? That doesn't look right. Well, what happens if I get in one of these? So you end up here no matter what. This takes you away. Interesting. Oh my gosh. What the... Okay. What did I do? Put it on this side. That's like a Marble Madness. Anything? Interesting. Well, this leads up. Which now... Did that change? I'm guessing this is the alignment. And I want to align with this, Brittle Hollow, right? Warp tower tuned to a specific astral body. So it's rotating right now. So when it's aligned, I look straight up. Should be right now. Oh my god. We are now 23 kilometers away. And oh. Why is it expanding? Am I gonna die now? Holy moly. So I'm on Brittle Hollow. Return warp status charged. Step on a warp receiver platform to activate return warp. Departure time 290-89707. Arrival time 290-89706. Are we like going back in time when we do that? There's some fuel right here, right? And oh my god, so many messages. The hanging city below 50 meters. Well, I think that brings us here from wherever else. What the... Oh, this is like an ancient... Oh my god, this right here looks a lot like... I don't know, those faces that we saw with the lights on or not. I know that wasn't too descriptive. Oh, Clary. To our friends on Brittle Hollow, I just warped here from the White Hole station, on the other side of Brittle Hollow's black hole. Our design worked. We've successfully recreated warp travel. I don't know... Oh no, okay, I better read quickly. I don't know how close it is to Anona's original design, but as long as what we built works, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Kasaba, I hope you're reading this. Wait, this can't be correct. Clary, have you seen these readings? If they were accurate, they would violate causality. There must be an equipment error somewhere. I'm returning to the White Hole station. If you and Root meet me there, we can run a full diagnostic and hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Kasaba. This is wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower. Although it's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole. Oh my god, they're messing with things that I feel like maybe no one should, but then again, they're probably way more advanced than I am. You know what it makes me want to do? Take that projection stone here. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. And so basically in the White Hole station, there was that Ember Twin projection stone. I'm supposed to grab it, teleport with it, and take it here and play it. Now this thing is charged. There we go. So now we're in the White Hole station. I'm going to grab this and hold on to it. And then we're going to look at the alignment, right? So there's the alignment. And look up. There it is. We're still holding it. Fantastic. So now we take it and we play it. Go down this way, and voila, here we are. Ember Twin Projection Stone. That's one of the towers. I think a projection stone is in real time. Like, this is what's happening from that location. I don't think it's like in the past or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, and then we're gonna take a look at what the conversation is. I mean, look at this guy. This Nomai's been waiting for forever to do this. All right, who's saying what? This should be really interesting because we had to jump through hoops for this one. Raimi and I reviewed the records you sent, Poke, and they appear to show Nomai are arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from the White Hole station. Oh, you go back in time. That's what we were saying. I understand it is exceedingly odd, but Clary and I have tested and retested the equipment, and the result is the same every time someone warps. The interval is incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000th of a second. Do you suppose our instruments cannot accurately measure time to such a small degree? As I've already told Raimi, these measurements cannot be accurate. How can an Nomai arrive on Brittle Hollow before he or she ever stepped into the teleporter? The implications are absurd. Okay, as Pi is confident the reading is inaccurate, she's kindly helping me attempt to recreate this phenomenon at the High Energy Lab. We're designing an experiment to take more data. An update. Pokey, the High Energy Lab is in the canyon on Ember Twin's equator. Come here at once. You need to see this. Look, I don't disagree. It would mean I've inadvertently broken several fundamental theories regarding this universe. We would have to reconsider all of our beliefs about the nature of time. Yes, I hope so too. So, first of all, High Energy Lab, Ember Twin, I need to check that out, obviously. And that is wild. So we're discovering so much, and that sound really makes me think like the world is over now. What is out here? Is there anything else? There looks like there's a lot of stuff out here, actually. Maybe another conversation. Felix. Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. I compliment your eyes. How do you imagine it disappears? Hypotheses. Could it be a shift in the light spectrum? Well, suppose this moon is too shy to show us its face. I'm interested in your playful moon. Is it much like its violent friend, Hollow's lantern? Oh, that's that really bright one that goes around Dark Bramble, I think. Imagine if there were 2 volcanic moons. Oh, now I don't want to go to Hollow's lantern. Then I imagine there'd be none of us left. Hypotheses. There can exist too much lava. I'd strongly prefer we test the null hypotheses. This moon isn't volcanic to my unaided eyes. Sometimes it leaves its friends Hollow's lantern for nights at a time. Well, the nights the moon circles this planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Random. I mean, it can't be just random, can it? I mean, does it actually have a consciousness or anything like that? Is it RNG? There's got to be something that drives it. I mean, we've discovered so much. I really want to look at the logs. Obviously, if I want to look at the logs, I have to go to the White Hole station, it's called, right? So let's go right on through. And this is alignment, and we do not need to go there. This takes us down and away. And we're going to move Marble Madness here. And I don't know what that does. I really don't know what that does. I think I have to go through here in order to get back to my ship. I don't know if there's a matching one on the opposite side. No, there isn't. There isn't. Okay, so let's just activate this. This is kind of like an airlock, I think, now that I'm thinking about it. It operates very similarly, I feel. So opposite of it, and now we're in 0G. We can lock, hold, and our ship should be close by. Wild. Wild. Wow, I can't believe we're actually able to return to the ship. I was thinking it's going to be a one-way ticket or something. All right, let's head in. A little difficult here. Excellent, we did it. Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, let's refuel. And let's take a look at the logs. White Hole Station, Northern Glacier, High Energy Lab, and it is linked to the Quantum Moon. A lot's linked to the Quantum Moon. Look at that. The Namai on Brittle Hollow observed a phantom moon that would sometimes appear in the sky. The North Pole of Brittle Hollow is covered in snow and ice. There was a uniquely shaped Namai rune on the surface. The Namai were able to warp here from the White Hole Station. This is where they first recreated warp technology. Every Namai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use a tower, you must be standing on the warp platform during the tower's alignment with a corresponding astral body. The alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. The Namai noticed something strange. Warped objects appeared to arrive at the receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before they departed the White Hole Station. This negative time interval between an object arriving and departing was incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000th of a second. The Namai were skeptical if their equipment could even measure time to such a small degree. The negative time interval measured at the White Hole Station was further investigated at the High Energy Lab in the canyon at Ember Twins Equator. I guess if we have to do anything else, let's try to find the High Energy Lab, and then we'll go from there. I'm surprised that I'm still alive right now. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I'm like going back in time every time I warp. So we need to go to the Ember Twin. So that's going to be near the sun. We're going to pass the Ash Twin, which really looks like it's got some kind of force field or corona or something like that. That is so wild looking. And they built the protective shell on the outside there. So where's this high energy lab? Is it inside this tube here? So I want to pull away. Maybe I can drop into the platform right here. That looks like a way into something significant. And hold. I don't know. This feels kind of familiar. Like I've been here before. I don't remember. I don't remember. Have we been here before? Aha. I don't know what that is, but it's like a cloudy purple orb. Those look like stairs. I don't think we've been here before. No, we have not. The shuttle is currently resting at the comet. Like the interloper on the tail of the comet, the frozen one. Call the shuttle home. Activate the gravity cannon. Oh my god. So to the right is call the shuttle home. Holy crap, what are we doing here? What is this place? The Sunless City. Oh my god. Well, I'd rather see this. Well, I mean, if we call the shuttle home, what happens? Go. Whoops. That... Well, we destroyed our ship, right? Well, I called the shuttle home. There it is. Can I get in? Because, tell you what, if I call it again... Okay, let's... Here. Is it going to take me inside? Oh, my God. Well, two things can't exist in the same place. Oh, my God. I probably shouldn't have landed here, should I? Oh, I can almost fit inside. I can... Okay, so I'm curious. If I call it home again, is it going to land on the platform, or is the platform now destroyed? I think the platform's destroyed. Look at that. It's not flat anymore. Okay, I'm going to try that again, see what happens. Wait a minute. The sand's rising. Oh, no. The sand is rising. Hurry. Can we get inside? This is the Sunless City. Oh, no. How do I... Oh, no. I can't leave. I'm going to die. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I'm getting crushed. Ooh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Well, at least since we're now in a new time loop, if I were to go back, I would assume that we have more time. And what I can do is not land our shuttle inside so that when I call the shuttle home, it doesn't explode, and then we might be able to look inside and find out more information. This really does feel like Groundhog Day sometimes. Let's go ahead and match velocity. Yeah, we'll just land nearby-ish. So match velocity. And doesn't matter where we land, really. Doesn't matter where we land. Anywhere at all. Even if we're balanced badly like this. We're like balanced over a hole. All right, perfect. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. Okay, maybe it does matter where we land so we don't end up... There we go. Oh yeah, that does not look great. So where is this double helix? We're going in by foot because we're calling the shuttle home. Oh, ow, that hurts. Jeez Louise. The violence of this place, let me tell you. All right, we're landing before everything is filled with sand, right? All right, let's do it. Call the shuttle home. Wow. Look at that. Wonder how that works. And I'm guessing it's not on the interloper anymore. And I'm guessing this is how you get in. Trees detected, oxygen tank refilled. Nice. Wow, look at their outfit. Clary. I fear our situation may be dire. Hi. Poke and I landed here on this comet not long after its arrival in this star system. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. But Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I do not know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, Pi, come back to me safely, my friends. So this is the shuttle that was on the tail of the interloper. We brought it back just like that. You almost have to wonder, is there someone stationed back at the... Oh, this. It's like a mask or something. Like, this is that same pattern that we saw, which had lights in the eyes and the light going, you know, around the circumference. But it really does make you wonder, oh my God, is that one of the teleportation devices or something like that? Sorry. It does make me wonder. Am I gonna die? No. It does make me wonder, like, why don't you have someone back at wherever it was we were by the Sunless City so you could teleport you back in case of emergency, you know what I mean? To the left. Am I launching somewhere? Oh, I'm launching towards the comet. If I go mid, we are teleporting elsewhere. And if I go right, this is a weird ship or shuttle. Nothing. If I go mid again, nothing. If I go left, this is guide us forward. All right, so we're leaving the Ember Twin because that's where a ship is right now. Nothing. Mid. And now we are... Oh, we can teleport back to the platform. So we're in the platform right now. So that we sort of like teleport around. If I go right, nothing happened last time. Interesting. So we are back now, right? Is this... I think... Yeah, we are. Wild. So I guess I can now shoot the gravity cannon, right? So to the left. I think I shot the shuttle. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know where the shuttle went. My bad. Here, let's... And if I teleport it back and then shoot it through the gravity cannon like this. Launch it in the sun. Look at that. We're launching it into the sun. Oh my God, what if we launch it in the sun to melt it, to melt off the ice, and then we call it home? So now is it melted? Or is there still ice? There's still ice. Look at that. There's still ice. I mean, I don't know what the significance would be for me to melt off the ice, but it does make me wonder if launching something in the sun means it can still survive. Maybe we need to somehow aim and hit the sun station with it like some kind of big gun. Or Oh my gosh, what if this rotates and then we see the ash twin, which has a shell around it that they made sure there were no holes inside, and we use the ship and launch it at the ash twin in order to break the shell in order to get an opening so we can go inside the ash twin. So I'm not going to shoot this into the sun. I'm going to wait until, I don't know if it will, but I'm going to wait until the ash twin is aligned and then shoot this thing right into the ash twin and try to create a fissure for me to go inside, at least before the supernova appears and then destroys me. This sounds like some kind of Mission Impossible plan or something like that. Where's Tom Cruise? Nobody knows. We see the sun, then we see the ash twin. I think that's the pattern. So that means the ash twin is coming soon. Now, fire. Well, we hit it and it bounced right off. It bounced right off. Although that does make me want to see. Okay, tell you what, as much as I want to see the sunless city, it is getting a little bit later, so I do have to stop. But I don't think it broke anything. But, oh, I got shot out of the... Oh, no. Here, hold. Oh, boy. Yeah, my ship is... That did not work. I'm trying to match velocity, but it's just my EVA suit. And, oh my god. Not great. Okay, something tells me that I am not going to get back. Because my fuel is almost out. But I would like to stop by the ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and reset the loop. And we'll go to the ship and see if anything updated there. I don't know if the ship logs updated at all, but I'd like to see if that is the case. Because that at least made sense to me in my head. Okay, so what do we got? Gravity cannon. Subsurface energy reading. Interesting. So right now, this is frozen Namai shuttle. Okay. The Namai landed on the interloper not long after its arrival in the solar system. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. There were 3 Namai aboard the shuttle. One of them stayed behind. Clary, the Namai who stayed behind, lost contact with the other 2 after they descended below the interloper's surface. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. 2 of the Namai located a fissure in the ice on the interloper's sunward side. They descended inside to investigate. I didn't see that fissure anymore, but maybe it's still there. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recalled a Namai shuttle from the interloper. Well, at least we were right about, you know, us recalling the ship that was on the interloper. That's kind of neat. And my goodness, this game is really wild. I don't know what to think about all that, but really, really cool that we got access to what we did. Well, bunnies, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I feel like we didn't do a lot and we also did a lot in terms of just opening up a lot of exploratory ventures, I suppose. We're learning about, you know, traveling backwards in time and warping around the world. So we have warp technology from the Nomai. The Nomai are getting stuck in different places, and they've got some really weird connections between one location to the next. Like the high energy lab, I still haven't found that. And we've at least had entries in a lot of the different celestial bodies out there, but this is quite a puzzle, and I don't know what to think about it. But we're getting more pieces, and that's all that one can really do in order to move forward. So thank you so much again for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good time, and if you did, please feel free to like, share, comment down below. It helps us a great deal. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well, and I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.